everybody. I am Ramona. Throughout the day, I get a lot of great messages from my spirit guides, from my ancestors. So I have made the decision to share my thoughts and some of the downloads that I get in regards to just everything and what like the collective is experiencing firsthand right now. If you know me, you know that I am always talking about the collective consciousness and how we constantly can and have the power to better ourselves and also just be positive and have, you are the creator of your reality. And since I've come in to that embodiment of that energy, I have just, I've strengthened my relationship with my spirit guides and the universe and just myself as well. And I just want to start talking about a huge topic that was a theme throughout the day for me, and which is authenticity. I feel like meeting an authentic person is a little rare in this world, and I feel like it's always the people that live to their own accords and are, they do their own thing and they're very unique. These people we tend to, categorize as like authentic people, because in the end, like the authentic people are much more of an individual. And I've noticed that, the collective right now is being called to be their most authentic self. And the reason behind that is because when you are yourself, when you do things you want to do, when you live by your own accord, with your own heart, when you let your heart guide you, I feel like that is when you are your most authentic. So I myself have always lived authentically to me, to how I feel, how I perceive the reality in the now, and I appreciate that about myself, because I notice that it's a quality not many have. So some of the downloads I got today throughout my day were just like, in order to heal, you have to be your authentic self. And the reason behind that is because when you are being authentic and when you are staying true to your heart and to your own map of how to navigate this life, I feel like that is when you are truly honoring yourself. And it's very important to honor yourself, because it's self-love. You love yourself. If you honor yourself, you love yourself. Therefore, if you are in the now and embodying that truth, then you are being your authentic self. So, and because of that, it also projects all the unhealed trauma we have stored in our bodies. I believe that we as a collective have suffered many traumas and many just stagnant energy in your body, really. So I feel like when you carry these traumas, you view life according to those, because they play a part in your daily day interactions. It's how you view. They assist the perception of life that you currently embody. And I feel like when you're being authentic, you are able to recognize what those traumas are and those stuck energies in your body, because your triggers are happening. So if you get triggered, and triggered, just like it triggers, your emotional response. Like it, brings out it gets you, it gets you a little upset. It triggers you. It just triggers you. So when those triggers happen, then I think that you are able to recognize more adequately the unhealed trauma and stagnant energy in your body and in your mind. So I feel like if you are in a point in your journey, in your spiritual journey, in your self-love journey, and you are able to recognize your triggers and go like, hey, okay, this triggered me. Why do I feel this way? When was the first time I felt this way? And is it a theme in my life that I get triggered by this thing? So when you go through that thought process, you are able to really tackle the root of your trauma, the stagnant energy within your body. And that is how acknowledging is the first step to make a change. You can't try to make a change if you don't acknowledge that there's something to change in the first place. So when you are able to recognize that, it just, it helps. And if you are able to take accountability for the trigger and are able to pinpoint the root, then I feel like it energetically gives it attention. I call it you shine your light on your darkness, because all that stagnant PTSD, all that stagnant hurt, that stagnant energy in your body, when it is being brought up, we are bringing it into light. Life is about energy, so when you shine your light onto it and you acknowledge it consciously, then you are able to alchemize that energy in your body, the darkness, your stagnant negative energy in your body. You are able to transmute that by feeling it and acknowledging it and loving it, because that love is light, and light is, it's just unconditional love, and it's the sense of, togetherness of one. Really, it's an energy. So you are able to transmute that darkness in your body into light by simply acknowledging it, accepting it, and healing it. And by healing, a lot of people heal by feeling it. A lot of people avoid feeling it. It's not easy to go through the ringer, and I've gone through the ringer. I mean, every once in a while, life throws a bunch of things at you, and it makes you go through the ringer, and you find yourself crying yourself to bed, or just, waking up and crying, or just throughout your day crying. It's normal. That's how we alchemize our darkness into light, is by feeling it through. Now, when you are being your authentic self, you are able to recognize if you're acting out of emotion, out of your ego, like what triggered your ego, because you're, in the end, just remember that your ego's there to protect you. You developed your ego because it is what you believed that was how it was going to navigate you in this life. So, when it triggers that, it gives you permission, it gives you the opportunity to alchemize that stagnant energy in your body, which is darkness, that is no longer serves us for our highest good. We are able to alchemize that in light. So you have to feel it. You have to let yourself go through the ringer every once in a while, to be honest, Like, I know that for myself, I will cry really hard to the point where, like, my body is just, like, shaking, and I feel like an open wound energetically in my core. You have to feel it, because light always comes out from darkness, from chaos. It's energy. It's how the world works, rather than being dualistic, rather than seeing it, it's one or the other, but in a sense of separation, then, you prevent yourself from being able to work with it, because we have to work with our darkness. We have to work with darkness. We have to learn how to manage it. And that's, your ego never dies. Our ego is our bodies. Like, we are source energy, our spirit is a fragment of source energy. Therefore, these meat suits basically are, you know, they're living. We live. Plants live, and animals live. And the way I see it is, we all carry life. We are life. We are an incarnation of God. We are an incarnation of source, of creation. We are, you know, creation. And without creation, you can't have either light or dark working separately. You have to learn how to work with them both, how they both help each other, how they both feed each other. That is what has created, you know, this reality, is the simple curiosity of what is on the other side, like what will happen if we put two atoms, you know, together. It creates, it's a creation. We are living the creation of the light investigating the darkness, and the darkness investigating the light. We are literally an embodiment of that energy, tangible energy. So when you are your authentic self, you're able to use each side as a catalyst to evolve. I mean, it's motion, it's energy in motion, you know? So when you learn to work with both of them, what should I call this? What would I call this? Work in sync. So when you have light and dark working in sync, it creates energy. So that energy uses itself to keep going. And that's what we have to do as people, keep going. Therefore, when you're being your authentic self, it's allowing you to learn about yourself and how you are managing these two sides, your darkness and your light, because your triggers are part of your darkness, you know? And no, I don't have a negative perception on darkness. I actually love darkness. You know, I have learned, I am a light being. I am an incarnation of source, but I have also learned how to love the darkness, and that is because I like to see the darkness as the feminine energy. You know, you have the masculine and the feminine energy, the opposite sexes, the opposite energies. So I do believe that, you know, because it is such a dualistic concept, I think it's safe for me to use feminine and masculine energies to like describe them as well. But anyway, it's what that energy is within us, is when we're being authentic, it gives us the opportunity to balance out those energies within us, you know, our light side, which is your masculine energy, believe it or not, you know, like, and in the sense of like, you're assertive, you know what you want, like, you're confident, it's, you know, it's like a lion. That's all I can describe it as. Your light is like a lion. It is, you know, the little scene I get in my head is from Simba, like, remember who you are. Yes, like, remember who you are, you know, you are an incarnation of source energy. So, and then your feminine energy, is your darkness. It's your, you know, it's your emotion. It's your, you know, those deep emotions, because, and if you think about it in society, we women are always, you know, perceived as, you know, like very emotional, very, you know, open, and yeah, like, because it's the feminine energy, being openly communicative. Wait, that's, okay, I don't want to say associate or attach that energy to it, but it's more like it's emotion. And, you know, in darkness, who comes out? The moon. The moon rules our emotions, and it also rules water. So, you know, and we are all living. So, and living is, you know, we're mostly made of water. Everything on this earth is made of water in it, you know, everything living. Therefore, it's like that energy. It's that feminine, deep ocean, in the darkness energy where it's like, it's beautiful. And a lot of like, I've noticed that society and other, you know, other things, because I can't come up with a better word right now, but they have really, I want to say demonized, but they have put this negative connotation on being able to express yourself freely, like emotion, it just being emotional, and I feel like that is the feminine energy within you asking to be healed. So when you are being your authentic self, you are able to, if you are, pretty advanced in your spiritual journey, kind of like, not even that, but just like, being able to recognize, okay, what do I need to heal within myself? How can I alchemize this darkness within me into light? And so when you are being your authentic self and are able to recognize where you need healing, then I feel like it just, allows you to, what is it called? Ascend? Yes, it allows you to ascend into a higher dimensional consciousness, because, you're evolving, your mind is evolving. We are creatures that have the self-awareness and are able to communicate that directly with others, therefore, create a larger sense of self-awareness, a deeper sense of self-awareness. We are able to evolve our minds, evolve society with us, by simply just being able to recognize what needs to be healed in yourself, what needs to be healed. And you aren't able to recognize that if you aren't being your authentic self, your yourself the way you are, because you have to take accountability for your darkness, for the things that, no longer serve you, the programs, the paradigms that you have adopted from society, and from since you were, a child. You have to be able to completely dismantle yourself and rebuild yourself and replace all that stagnant energy that was in your body. By allowing yourself to feel it, you moved it out and you have alchemized it into light, because you accepted it, you felt it. Our bodies, the wonderful thing about our bodies, and that's why your body is a temple, our bodies are the manifestation of creation, right? So because it is, we have the power to feel. We are sentient beings, so we have to allow ourselves to feel, because that is how we, as humans, as starseeds, as incarnate gods and goddesses, is how we feel emotion. So you have to be able to allow yourself to feel that emotion. And it's scary and it hurts and it's very intense, but you need to allow yourself to feel. And I feel like it makes it easier as well for you to be your authentic self, because who else would you rather be? I feel like when you strive to be, or adopt a persona that is not you, that doesn't live to your own accord, to your own voice, to your own heart, I feel like you are not happy. You are not honoring yourself. You are not honoring yourself. So by honoring yourself, you are being yourself. And I think that is very important. I feel like the happiest people on this planet are themselves, and that's because they are confident enough to be themselves, because society is so cruel. Not many are comfortable being themselves, and I understand. There was a point in my life where I wasn't comfortable being myself, but I got tired of trying to be somebody else, trying to be others, or this idea that would fit society and be a puzzle to society, but the puzzle is messed up, the puzzle is fucked up. We can't fit this puzzle. I will be cussing in my videos because it's who I am. It's my authentic self, and by honoring myself, by being able to speak how I want, how I feel, and how I truly want to express myself, I am honoring myself. I am being my authentic self. And I also don't think it's really a big of a deal to swear. I actually feel like I am able to understand myself more when I swear, because it brings out the level of frustration, or just like passion. I am a very passionate person, so I will swear. I find it very passionate. So by doing that, by honoring myself, I am happy. I mean, I was just talking about how I swear a lot, and it's who I am, and I don't plan on changing, obviously, like, when things are appropriate. But if I feel comfortable enough around you, or, just presenting to myself, like, I'm going to swear. It's who I am. So, and I love that about myself. I embrace it. I love it. And because as a child, I was never able, I wasn't allowed to cuss. I wasn't allowed to swear because it was, bad. It was vulgar. It was, and I was a woman, so I couldn't swear because it wasn't ladylike. Fuck that. Exactly. So, yeah, and that's what my conclusion has been from this day of just getting constant downloads of why it's important for you to honor yourself and be authentic. And because it allows you to heal and recognize what needs to be healed in your body and in your mind immediately. If you are willing to accept the fact that it needs healing, it needs to be transmuted. This energy, you have to be the alchemizer and play the part of the alchemizer to alchemize that stagnant energy in your body that is I see as darkness into light. Now, obviously, it's a flow. So it's not that you expel it, you just heal it. It's like a scar. It's like our bodies, when you cut yourself pretty deep and it heals itself, there's going to be a scar. But it's another harder layer of skin, it's tougher, it's scar tissue. So like that, when we alchemize that darkness in our body, we make it stronger. We make our programs, our perceptions of life, our day-to-day, decision making, we make it stronger. So yes, it's very important to hold yourself accountable and be able to recognize that you need some healing to do, and that, it's okay. It's wasteful to waste your energy in holding on to, low vibrational energies like anger, guilt, what else was the other one? I can't think of any other, but mainly those two for now. Let's say guilt, and let's do regret, and not like accepting yourself, so we need to build our minds and our bodies stronger by simply, being yourself. Just be yourself. I don't know what it would be like to not be myself, to be honest, because I feel like when I am not myself, I get anxiety and I feel like I'm not honoring myself, and it makes me feel like I don't love myself enough. Therefore, why would I subject myself to this feeling of like, oh, I'm not worthy enough of loving myself? That's, no, we don't do that here. We love ourselves completely because we are trying to raise the collective consciousness of this world. We are trying to help each other be better people, better for themselves, for the benefit of them. Not better people and better people for society, but it's like if a person is loving themselves and staying true to themselves and honoring their truth and honoring, themselves by being authentic, I feel like that raises in itself the collective consciousness of this world, because we are each an individual expression of source. Therefore, we have to honor our individuality, our unique light, our unique balance of darkness and light. So let's see. Do I have anything else that came up? No. So, I mean, my guides just tell me, like, you honor yourself by being yourself. You show yourself that you love yourself by openly being yourself and, owning that. So, that is self-love. It's a thing that, is intermingled with each other, self-love and authenticity, because even with relationships, when people are their most authentic self and you have an authentic partnership or relationship, and regardless what that is, friendship, relationships, marriages, whatever, even just like bonds with family, if you both are being authentic with authentic people and being yourselves, and, you are able to honor each other the way each other would like to be honored, because you accept them. You are able to see them for who they are and how they are. So therefore, like, it's awesome when somebody else loves you, or, it feels great when someone is able to see you for who you are and love that about you and honor that with you. So it, being your authentic self really helps us as a collective through all parts and different perspectives of our life. So, yeah. I think that you should try something. If you find it hard to be yourself because you're afraid of others judging you, of others not approving of you for, how you are, for how you be in here. So, take a leap of faith. Maybe that is the leap of faith that you need to take right now, and is just start being yourself unapologetically, because if you are yourself unapologetically and say you make a mistake and someone triggers you and you explode, that allows you to recognize that it was a trigger and that it's unhealed energy in your body. So it gives you the opportunity to alchemize that energy into light. And that, you aren't just human. There's more to just being human. Yes, there is evolving. That's what was taught in us in school is, we're constantly evolving, and we admire every layer of evolution in human. But at the same time, nobody shows you how. So this is how we do it, is by holding each other and most importantly, holding yourself accountable. So by holding yourself accountable and have that willing to change, to, say, I'm going to do better, I'm going to be better. I'm not going to let my emotion control me. I am not going to get reactive to that emotion that is low vibrational. Now, just because it's low vibrational, it doesn't mean it's not necessary. Yes, it's very necessary. It's necessary for you to be able to get triggered, in order to recognize that there's a problem in the first place. Not a problem, but, something that needs to be healed. So it is a little problem because it affects you, how you carry yourself throughout the day and your interactions, your daily interactions. So, so I lost my train of thought, so maybe I'm just done with that subject. Anyhow, that was my message for today. Please let me know if you guys enjoy these talks, these thoughts, these Ramona thoughts. So, let me know if you guys would like to see more videos. I appreciate you being here and listening to me and taking the time to listen to me and what I have to say. But also I would like for you to really ask yourself, are you being authentic? Are you honoring yourself by being true to yourself? Are you honoring yourself by being yourself unapologetically? And if at any point you said no, sit with that and break it apart. Why? Why aren't you being your authentic self? Why aren't you being yourself? Why are you not honoring yourself? And that's how we start to, really dismantle these negative programs and paradigms that we have adopted in our body and our mind. That's how we dismantle them, and that's how we break them apart and rebuild them with self-love and love and unconditional love and light. We are building ourselves. We're evolving. So I think that's how you can really, help the collective consciousness. So ask yourself. And yes. See you guys. Thank you. Bye.